Vamos conferir aí essa live showcase, né? Deixa eu só fazer o tweet aqui. Que eu quero... Showcase Xbox. Xbox Showcase. Eu confesso que eu não vi muita coisa. Falar pra você que eu não vi nada é mentira, até porque, né? Rolou bastante na internet a respeito. Mas eu não vi tudo, né? Não deu pra acompanhar tudo. Realmente não deu pra ver tudo. Só vi o que deu pra ver mesmo. Coisa rápida, não tinha muita coisa a ser vista também. Deixa eu só diminuir isso aqui. Aqui. Muito bom. Como é que eu tinha feito ontem mesmo? Eu tinha colocado isso aqui pra baixo. E esse aqui eu tinha colocado pra cima? Não. Era o contrário. Esse eu coloquei pra baixo. E esse eu coloquei pra cima. Aqui, muito bom. Beleza. Assim eu consigo acompanhar o chat daqui. E o chat daqui. Perfeito. Sair mais cedo? Não, Sam. Hoje eu precisei levar minha mãe no médico. Que não ia dar pra minha irmã levar. Daí eu aproveitei a hora que finalizou. Fui resolver os negócios de banco, cara. Não consegui resolver, porque a Caixa Econômica é um banco lixo. Falar com você? Falo. Alô! Você quer? Anúncio de 1 minuto. Ah, é Twitch, né, cara? Alguém tem que pagar a Twitch, né? Pra poder pagar os streamers. Seguinte. Que foi que eu vi? Eu vi o Controle. Nossa, o Controle. Meu Deus. Tô assistindo tudo. Vou ligar de bloco não. Você ganha o que com isso? Aparece lá o negócio de AD lá. ADS. Aparece lá alguma coisa. E... eu vi a parte do Controle. Eu vi falar que o Forza Horizon mais uma vez surpreendeu. Forza Horizon surpreender já não é surpresa. Vocês entenderam? Estão entendendo? Conseguiram? Entendeu? Se surpreender com Forza Horizon já não é surpresa mais. Hã? Conseguiram entender? Então, que mais que eu vi? Acho que foi isso só, velho. Vou botar rolar aqui. Aí vou acompanhar essa porra aqui. Vamos ver de qual é. Depois eu vou subir no canal. Deixa eu falar pra vocês. Eu não consegui colocar no canal oficial do Xbox. Aqui eu tô assistindo pela GameSpot. Tá bom? Porque eu não sei, cara. Eu não sei. Ele dá erro de restrição de idade. Ó. Dá erro de restrição de idade. Eu não consigo assistir o vídeo pelo canal oficial do Xbox. Tô assistindo aqui pelo da GameSpot, tá? Então vocês me desculpem se tiver algum comentário away. Deixa eu só pausar um negócio aqui, porque eu acho que não tá... eu acho que o fone aqui tá conectado... tá conectado ao Bluetooth. Pronto, tirei o Bluetooth. Salve Fazendinha, salve Elde, salve Paulo. Aí. Valeu, Reiki. Show. Foi? Headset atribuído. Eu já ovo. Se eu já ovo. Bora pro vídeo. 1h20. Meu monster tá aqui já. Microflight Soft Simulator.
Hello everyone and welcome to our Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream.
We've got so many great game updates to share with you today. We're talking Age of Empires 4, Psychonauts 2, and my personal favorite, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Later on, we'll take an extended look at Forza Horizon 5. There's so much going into this, and Playground Games' vision of Mexico is muy bonito.
And we'll be getting our first look at the cover car for the game, Paris. I got $5 on it being one of those electric scooters that you see piled up on the sidewalk.
Will Kate win $5?
Que é aquilo ali? A Gamertag deles?
Yes, indeed. Our Xbox
Ó, assédio, hein?
will also chat with devs and
Pera!
dive into current and upcoming.
Eita lá, e o que eu falei pra vocês? Gamescom, ela não é só hoje. Hoje é o showcase do Xbox. Vai ter essa parada aí a semana toda, até sexta-feira. O vídeo de domingo, o vídeo de notícias de domingo, essa live aqui eu vou upar lá no canal secundário. O vídeo de notícias de domingo vai estar bom lá do canal principal. Vai estar show!
Games all week on twitch.tv/Xbox.
Let's get started with Techland and their upcoming zombie parkour sequel.
Luquinha PC, obrigado, mano. Dying Light, Stay Human.
Hello, I am Timon Smektawa, Dying Light 2 lead game designer. And
O mundo é dos careca,
David
mano.
Lubrica, animation director. Hi. We can't wait until December 7th to finally give you Dying Light 2 Stay Human, the game we have been working on really hard for the last few years.
We're hoping the gameplay video you're about to watch will give you a foretaste of parkour and combat systems waiting for you in the game.
And we are just about to enter the city, fighting our way through its brutal and dangerous
Enter the
streets.
city.
Though, as you
Fight
will
the
see in a
brutal.
moment, there are plenty of things you can use to
Esse
your
inglês aí, se eu não me
advantage.
engano, não, viu?
So
O
look
russo.
for special combat
É polonês,
and
né?
micro moves,
A
and
Techland
check
é da
out how
Polônia.
with just a bit of creativity you can combine the two. Ready?
É o Henrique, cara. O Henrique lá do clã. Guardião, salve Henrique.
Probably like many others. People had their ambitions, plans.
Gustavo
lives.
versus Brando.
Now it's all gone. The virus started.
Eita, tá bonito,
It
hein?
was the people who made the world the way it is. This city.
Eu sou a lenda.
They tell me they had a vision. They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones.
É o Satanás. Capaz mesmo.
People stood against each other. War broke out.
Was it a little bird? Met a broken leg?
Hope died.
Parkour! Parkour!
Now the city is falling.
Each time
É uma mistura de Assassin's Creed com
their strength.
Mad Max.
But I can't let that happen.
Olha lá, com Dead Island. Ah, meu cu que você ia acertar essa parede aqui pra você, ó. Ó,
I need
parkour!
the secrets the city holds.
Ah, virou Mirror Zed.
Still some rats here.
Parkour! Parkour!
I have to pick a side.
The bazaar needs good people. You're doing great so far.
I have to make a difference.
Let's check and see.
They say that great change is a series of small gestures.
E aí, Pan? O Pan gosta, né? O Pan é chegado no
How
Dying
about
Light.
this series?
Fino do fino, né, Pan? Ó, combate. Nossa! Eita, machadinha, voadora. Parkour no busão. Quem nunca fez parkour no busão? Ó. Voador na cara. Rebate, corta a cabeça. Muito bom.
Really gone. We'll see about that.
Well, that was an exciting trip, wasn't it?
Valeu, Eld. Obrigado pela sua assinatura, véi. Eita, o Eld agora se tornou um farsante.
Bands and large billboards. That's what we call a modern dark age.
Valeu, véi.
And it's a very
Obrigado,
unique
mano.
design, one very
Tamo
important for the plot of Dying Light 2. But there's another thing that stood out to me, all those parkour moves that you and your team has put so much effort into.
Well, all you need is a few thousand of animations, cooperation with professional tracers, mock-up sessions, and invaluable help from David Bell, whose face and moves player will see in the game, by the way.
No, yes, right. And we've got twice the number of parkour moves compared to the first game, and we are showing some of them in this trailer. The
Okay, aqui, ó, farsante.
most important to me personally. It brings a whole new fighting style into the game. The player can stagger an enemy and use them to
Além de
perform
Judas, agora é
further
farsante.
attacks, for example by rebounding from their bodies, jumping of them onto other foes, and so on.
I think we captured the movement really well and made it quite simple for the players to perform. I can't wait for them to try it out and tell for themselves how much they loved it.
It's definitely going to be useful. The city's buildings are higher than anything we have done before.
Verticalidade,
improving
ó.
its verticality. Players will need to find a way to reach those tall skyscrapers and other challenging spots too.
Then it's good we scattered some helpers around, like a paraglider, which can support players in both parkouring and combat.
Exactly.
Bora
And
pro
it's
gameplay?
gonna do great, especially in
Que-
fights
dão palestra?
against humans, which are
Vocês estão
more
mostrando como é que
frequent
faz o jogo?
and important
Hã?
than in Dying Light 1. It's been over 20 years since
Eu
the
vou dormir.
events from the first game, so people adjusted. They are much bolder now.
Que é?
during the day.
And they are
É
more
curso
vicious
pra, é
too.
curso pra aprender a fazer
And I
jogo?
think that's a great summary of this discussion. Pre-order Dying Light 2 and explore its vast, complex world on December 7th. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
17 de setembro? Dezembro? Pre-order now. Ele falou.
For the first time in the storied history of the franchise, Microsoft Flight Simulator launched on a home console with the release on Xbox
Vim
Series
pelo
X
Osiris.
and S last month.
E aí, Soul,
Users and
beleza?
gamers alike were
Osiris
blown
é um
away
safado.
by how well the stunning visuals and the depth of the simulation translated to the console, and that's why I'm extremely honored to welcome the head of Microsoft Flight Simulator, York Newman, to the stream. York, thank you for being here. The last time we met was at the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was getting ready to come out on consoles. How did that go?
It went great. As you said, the reaction to the Xbox console launch was really just amazing. Both from Xbox gamers and from the press, they've been so gracious with their feedback.
A bandeirinha
I don't know
colorida,
if you
Sam?
know, but the Flight Simulator is one of the highest rated games on Xbox. this
Oh, eu
year.
gostei da
And
jaqueta
it's
dele, hein?
Great validation
Ó.
that the translation of the simulation
Tem até a
to the
parada
console
ali
has really worked well.
do paraquedas.
Our usage numbers are through the roof. We are absolutely shattering franchise records, and I can tell you, there have never been more people playing
O
Flight
Brambz vai
Simulator
começar a
right
passar
now.
pano.
So it's an awesome time.
That is awesome.
Passar pano no quê?
Congratulations on the launch,
Os
really.
caras ficam
But
falando aí, mano. Bota a Mimir. Ah lá. Ah, bota
Alright.
a Mimir. A Mimir.
danger zone. So what's going on with
Aqui,
that?
ó.
There's so much going on.
Aqui,
here.
que eu vou já já, ó.
I talked
A
about
Mimir.
Top Gun Maverick earlier. The fans are super excited. They saw the FA-18.
Porra, eu já tô com
Can't
sono
wait to
do cão.
start
Esses caras ficam
flying.
enrolando
And,
ainda.
as you know, it comes out
E
later
aí,
this
Gustavo,
year.
beleza, mano?
See,
Tranquilo?
alongside the movie. But as the movie is still under wraps, so are we. So I can still not tell you that much about it. But
Deu
there's so
tilt
much
na
else
The
going
Live?
on
Por
even
quê?
before
Não,
Maverick.
tá rolando, normal.
We are continuing
Nós
to
tá
do
aqui,
our
nós tá lá,
monthly
mano.
releases that we've
Nós tá
been
aqui,
doing
nós
for
tá
a long
lá.
time. And next month, on September 7th, we are launching World Update 6. And this World Update, I mean, at the beginning of the show, if you remember, there was a little red
Ai, meu
plane
Deus do
flying into
céu,
the
viu?
zone. But we
Cadê
did
um
that with
iFu
World
pra eu
Update 6
abraçar aqui
updates
agora e
that
dormir
region,
gostoso?
The region of Gamescom, so Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And what that means to us is we have new aerial and satellite images. We have a new elevation map that helps us with the mountains, so the Alps actually look awesome now. We have new 3D cities like Frankfurt and Wuppertal in Germany. We have Basel in Switzerland. We have Vienna and Graz in Austria. And those cities look just amazing. They have like 7 centimeters resolution, and it's awesome. But we want to celebrate the entire region, so we picked 100 of the most scenic places, the most famous landmarks, and we call those POIs. And we sort of spread them throughout the simulation. And we also added airports. We did Lübeck and Stuttgart in Germany, and Klagenfurt in Austria, and St. Gallen in Switzerland. And what it ties it all together is missions. We're having new discovery flights, we have new landing challenges, and we have new sort of tours of the country. So they fly you around all the awesome looking places and really celebrate the beauty of this region of Earth. And this is a celebration of DACH, of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. I'm so happy to be able to announce the date here at Gamescom.
You know, that is really incredible, all the different regions and everything that you're going to have in the game, and the way that you're going to be able to actually highlight those.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, but you know, for us,
mesmo?
just the region and the visuals, we talked a lot when you study aviation, when you love aviation like we do, you actually realize that a lot of regions of Earth have a very special relationship with flying, with aviation. Sometimes it's, you know, the first experiments with aircraft, or a famous pilot, or a feat of aviation, or like a local manufacturer. So we thought to ourselves, why do we not use these world updates to celebrate the planes? So we are announcing a new series. We call them Local Legends. And think about that as planes that are locally well known, like in that region, but outside in the world not so much. But why not use the world updates to highlight this, to bring these awesome machines to a worldwide audience? So for World Update 6, we picked a German plane from the 1930s. It's called Junkers U-52. In Germany, it's lovingly named Tante U, so Aunt U. And we think of us as sort of a digital preservation. So we really want to get these planes to an extreme level of detail. We're going out of our way to really go.
Bem detalhado mesmo, hein?
So we're doing a full scan. We take full scans of the outside and the inside, as detailed as 1 millimeter, which is as good as you can do this. And then we're working with, for the Junkers, we work with Bernd Junkers, who is the grandson of the original creator of the plane, Hugo Junkers, and he's helping us. He had a ton of insight and materials. Then we worked with an organization that is preserving one of the last surviving examples of the Junkers. So they let us scan and take photographs, and then we were lucky that to find a pilot that actually flew one of those planes while it was still flying in the real world. And he lets us know, like, is the cockpit right and the sounds right? Does it feel right in the air? So we're having a blast working with these experts to really bring these, to celebrate this plane, to bring them back to life.
So this is almost like you're creating.
Pelo amor de Deus, bicho. O que é isso? É Abby?
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I mean,
é Abby?
It's a museum with flyable planes.
Que é Super Pop?
With, 40
Conversa com
museums around the world.
Como é que é o nome da menina lá?
One of the funnest parts of the job. You end up working with these curators of
O
planes.
marketplace do Flight Simulator tá com um problema? Não sei, Odine. Não sei, velho. Eu nem joguei Flight Simulator, pra ser sincero.
And they know that we can digitally preserve them in perpetuity. And we're actually giving those scans back to the museum so they can do something. And it's a great collaboration.
Ô, velho.
And we're actually not just
Super Pop, com Luciana Gimenez.
Looking towards the future. So I have another announcement. We are working with a fascinating German company called Volocopter. And they're making an eVTOL air taxi for urban traffic. So they have a vision of the future, how these drone-type machines connect people in large cities. We're working directly with the engineering team to make sure that they're capturing the aircraft
Voloport, Volocity.
I mean, you weren't kidding when you're saying that there's a lot going on inside of Microsoft Flight
Simulator.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, there's one more.
Tem mais uma coisa? Meu Deus, você faz 3 dias que tá falando aí.
That's the Reno Air Racing.
Brambz,
every year they put on something called the Steel National Championship Air Race, and we're bringing this to Flight Simulator. So this is the fastest motorsport. This is right down your alley. It's the fastest motorsport on Earth, and I actually brought you a little trailer to look at.
So race, speed. We go into the danger zone, baby. Let's go ahead and show that.
Aê. Captured in real time in 4K. Pip. 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 Ah, avião. Welcome to the danger zone. Play Day One no PC e no console com Game Pass.
You know I like going fast, and you know I love being in the danger zone. When is this coming out?
Man, these planes, they fly
O quê?
500 miles faster than 500 miles.
Ah, eu achei que era World Premiere.
So you are definitely going to be in the danger zone.
Ai, viu?
Reno Air Race
Fui
is actually the
tapeado.
largest expansion we have since we launched on Flight Simulator. It's not just
Oh,
because
meu
we
Deus do
scanned
céu,
all the
viu?
famous race planes of the world. There's lots
Cadê?
of
Que é? Passa ou repassa?
this is
Cadê
also
as
the first time
tortadas?
that you can basically race against your friends and pilots across the planet. And so a competitive multiplayer is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator.
O Xbox!
And
O cara
that
pega
will
assim.
definitely test your pilot skills. And you ask when
O
it's coming
Xbox
out. We are
tem jogo!
coming out this fall.
Bi, 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 bi.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Passa ou repassa?
No,
Não,
I
respondo.
need
Repassa.
speed, so I can't wait to get my hands on this.
Tem jogo!
In some of these air races.
Errado! Xbox não tem
If
jogo!
going fast
Tarará!
is more your speed, keep an eye out for an extended look at Forza Horizon 5 later on in the stream. We'll also talk with Wasteland
Ele
3
falou
game
Forza
director
Horizon.
about the game's next big DLC. But first, if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, we have some great news for you.
Só manda. Apesar que Game Pass também eu tô correndo. Humble Games. Humble Games, games humildes. Olha lá. Humilde, ó. O jogo do motoboy, do iFood. Jogo de otaku. Jogo do demônio, jogo do ninjinha. Olha lá. Ah, os joguinhos, ó. Joguinho, a cara da Bia. Humble Games. Art Valley. Next Space Rebels. Ah, é que os caras fazem foguete, olha lá. É simulador de Elon Musk. Midnight Fight Express. Olha lá. Expresso da luta meia-noite. Olha lá. É o simulador de motoboy brabo. Dodgeball Academy. Isso aí o pessoal fala mó bem. Não vai zoar. Que tá sem áudio? Flynn. Song of Crimson. Unpacking. Ah, você tá de brincadeira, velho. É um jogo de decorar. Ah, esse aí parece... Não, esse é do demônio, eu não vou jogar não. Ih, é do diabo. Não. Ih, lá, não vou nem fodendo. Incited. Chinatown Detective Agency. Mano, se for 1000G, velho. Se for 1000G... Nós vai. Se não for 1000G... I only lamentos. São mais jogos.
Yep, somehow they did it. They added even more games to Game Pass. Well, let's talk about what's coming up. We're talking Age of Empires 4, the game's creative director, and we're going to see what's next for Sea of Thieves.
Salve, Leandro.
Now, we've got a new rope
Mais clone de Ninja Gaiden, não é, Rafa Mendes?
Sends you plundering through shifting dungeons.
É, os caras tão doidão.
Let's dive into the pit.
Into the pit. World Premiere. Se não tem, eu faço pra vocês. World Premiere. Ixi, ó, todo vingado no diabo, olha lá. Tudo cheio dos pentagramas. Ah, não. Ixi. Olha lá, é o Skyrim das trevas. Microsoft. Play Day One e PC console. Game Pass.
Well, I am here with creators
Rapaz, a mulher quando ela rapa o cabelo na lateral assim, ó, vixe.
Yeah, I have. So, so far we've been showing everyone kind of what age looks like from in the game.
Ô, Dini, eu vou assistir por aqui também. Boa, mano. Obrigado aí, velho. Dando view tanto na Twitch quanto na The Live, mano. Isso, os caras full suporte, mano. Valeu, mano. O mundo é dos careca. Olha o tênis desse maluco, mano. O cara calça o quê? 46?
Okay, wait, you get one moment of suspense. Okay, that's enough. So, what we brought today is we have these wonderful little videos that we've created that are interspersed amongst the campaign, and they're about 3 to 5 minutes each. And we have over an hour of them total, and they're called hands.
Salve, Vitória! Quando a mulher faz isso no cabelo, assim, essa berola aqui, ó. Rapa aqui, ó. Ó. Ixi. Olha, chega a dar até palpitação. Eu ia abrir. Eu ia abrir o monstro. Não vou. Eu não vou nem olhar. A mulher quando rapa na lateral assim, meu irmão, olha. Ui, chega e dá um acelero no papai, ó. Meu Deus. Que merda é essa?
A catapult capable of smashing down castle walls from great distances.
Trebuchet.
At Warwick Castle in England, they've built a replica, one of the largest in the world. Originating in 7th century China, by the 13th century, trebuchets had evolved into devastatingly powerful weapons.
Such a simple design, but so effective.
It has several key features.
Esse aí, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
A pivoted arm with a weight at one end, and a sling to hold the projectile at the other. To prime, the 6-ton weight is raised using tread wheels.
So this is one of the wheels, one of 2 that's attached to an axle, which would lift the counterweight, weighing 6 tons. It's based on muscle power alone.
Caralho, mano,
About launching a projectile as far as possible is making sure that this end of the arm is moving as fast as possible. So once that weight drops, it really sends this point of the arm moving at its highest velocity.
This was done by positioning the pivot close to the counterweight.
Ô, gente, é sério que o Xbox gasta...
When released,
é sério?
the sling whips round.
É sério que o Xbox tá gastando todo esse tempo pra explicar como funciona uma catapulta?
Trebuchets were carefully aimed, like modern guns.
Ô, gente, vou pegar um baralho. Vamos jogar um truco enquanto eles conversam aí? Vamos jogar um truco online? Ah, que é isso aí, velho? Ah lá, vai mostrar como é que faz a catapulta.
To achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Now I'm going to load this projectile into the sling. Oh, this one must weigh about 25 kilograms.
Legal é que ela catou uma luva pra fazer isso aí, né? Olha lá, ó. Colocou uma luva.
Trebuchets were also used to throw burning tar, beehives, even dead bodies. Anything to cause maximum distress to the enemy.
Did you hear that whoosh?
It was the lethal combination of power
Uau!
that made it the ultimate medieval siege weapon.
Uau! Tudo isso pra chegar aqui! Ah, vá, véi! Porra! Ai, vó.
You know I'm gonna say trebuchet. Yay! Don't care because that is awesome and
olha, eu falar pra você, a empresa ela chega num patamar de ter tanto dinheiro, mas tanto dinheiro que ela compra espaço de publicidade pra um jogo pra mostrar como funciona uma catapulta em 2021. Tá certo assim que, né, dada a burrice generalizada que a gente tem, mesmo na internet, a era da informação, porra, gastar todo esse tempo pra explicar como é que funciona a catapulta, meu irmão, na moral, nem Discovery Channel se dá esse luxo.
history that I use to kind of describe what we tried to do, which is we tried to connect past and present. You can see that kind of in our briefings as well.
Vocês viram, tem fone lá no Mauro.
CG kind of overlaid to show you the history.
Fone.
And so
Xbox fone.
We really wanted to do that.
Wireless.
So we
wireless. Aqui, ó, tá escrito aqui, ó. Wireless headset. Wireless headset. Tem lá, cara. Tem lá. Tem lá. Cadê meu Scarlet Nexus? Tem Scarlet Nexus também lá. Quem aí já comprou Scarlet Nexus? Aqui. Ó. Aqui, ó. Scarlet Nexus. O meu tá lacradinho. Gente, bota aí nos comentários aí do chat. Exclamação sorteio. Tá virando um mês. Eu vou sortear um boleto aqui de casa. Água, luz, o consórcio da moto ou a internet. Eu vou sortear aí pra quem... A pessoa que ganhar vai poder escolher, presta atenção, vai poder escolher qual conta vai pagar mês que vem, minha. Pode ser água, pode ser luz e pode ser a internet. Já está valendo. Vai que você dá essa sorte. Exclamação sorteio aí no chat para participar. Vamos lá, quero ver, hein. Rapaz, eu tô perturbado com o tamanho desse tênis, mano. Eu tô evitando olhar pra ela porque mulher com o cabelo desse jeito aí pra mim é fraco. É a queda. Eu gostei da camiseta dela, né, velho? Massa essa camiseta. Gostei. Não, mentira, não. Gostei. Adam Isgreen, Creative Director da Borda Mundial. Borda Mundial. A Kate Yeager, ela é muito massa, velho. Eu também gostei dela. Ela é muito massa.
Finding that middle ground has been really challenging, and every time we've shown the campaigns or we've shown these hands-on histories, I've been like, oh god, is it gonna work? Like, people gonna like this? And the great thing is, so far, everyone that's really experienced the entire thing.
Ai, meu Deus do céu. Quem tem o telefone de casa aí? Me acorda a hora que acabar essa porra aí. Apesar que eu tô no vídeo, né, cara? Eu posso adiantar.
But yeah, it's been a journey, to get all this done and put the whole game together.
Well, I love that you mentioned Journey because we are coming towards the end of this development journey for Age 4. Talk to me about where people can find and learn more about Age of Empires.
Até que enfim, né? Ela quase soltou ali, né? Até que enfim, vocês estão acabando o jogo, né?
We are launching the game.
Até que enfim, né? Ela manda ali, até que enfim vocês... Opa, console. Até que enfim vocês estão terminando o jogo, né? Chega! Tomando tempo de produção. Opa! Vamos lá.
And now, it's coming to Xbox consoles. The future with cloud gaming sounds bright. No waiting to install, no running out of hard drive space, no waiting to patch, and no buying a new console just to play with your friends. See how the vision of cloud gaming will bring people together without barriers.
Ô, mano, eu falei pra vocês que o xCloud ia vir pro Xbox One, velho.
And when I think about gaming, those two things together to me really show you the future where you can pick up something and you can play it anywhere.
Olha, velho.
You can do it quickly.
Cloud gaming is phenomenal. That's pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
This actually looks so good.
Ó, gasosa, hein? Volta aqui um golinho. Gasosa.
Cloud gaming is phenomenal. That's pretty great. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Gasosa!
This actually looks so good.
Games are large and you want to keep the ones that you know you love on your hard drive.
Ó, sorrisão bonito, hein?
Being able to discover the new ones right away. It's super exciting that for our Game Pass Ultimate members, they will get to experience Xbox Cloud Gaming on whatever console they have.
Cloud gaming is really about looking at how people play.
Os caras jogando Destiny.
I know. I just have 20 minutes.
It should be as easy as finding the game that you look for.
Save space on your console. Ah lá, velho. Vai dar pra... Ah, pô, para. Escuta. Parei na gasosa. Sem querer, mas parei. Véi, vai dar pra você jogar o jogo antes de fazer o download. Eu lembro muito bem que o sonista ficava falando, enquanto eu faço download no Xbox não dá pra jogar. Agora vai dar pra jogar o jogo inteiro. Antes do cara fazer o download. Meu Deus. Play na gasosa.
See, this is the kind of stuff you need with cloud gaming.
Oh, 60 frames? That's actually very smooth.
60 frames! Rapaz! Vai precisar da internet, hein?
Like you're playing on console, right? You go, you find the game you want, you press play.
It's so easy nowadays. You can pick up any device and pretty much play.
Juan, Xbox Gamer. Salve, Juan.
If my friends have titles that I don't have yet, I can
Zach,
wait for them to send me an invite.
Xbox Gamer. Cadê Brambz? Xbox Gamer.
I really love the flexibility.
Cadê o nome da gasosa?
Everything that Xbox is doing right now is just getting rid of the limits of
adicionar ela na live.
A specific platform or a specific console. Play on PC and mobile, and now on Gen 8.
Yeah, Gen 8 consoles can play Gen 9 content. Isn't that so cool?
With cloud gaming, we have the ability because you are connecting to consoles that are in our data
Mesmo o cara que tiver, velho. Mesmo que tiver, o cara tiver no Xbox One, velho, ele vai poder jogar o jogo via xCloud, velho. Pô, isso é game changer, mano. Ó, eu pergunto pra você, a concorrência não tem nada perto disso aí, cara. Eu falo pra você que hoje o cara ter um Xbox é muito custo-benefício, cara. O custo-benefício dessa máquina é inacreditável, mano. É inacreditável. Inacreditável. Não tem concorrência.
August 9th saw the release of the free optimized update for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice on the Xbox Series S and X. With beautiful and rich visuals, thanks to the addition of ray tracing and improved materials alongside performance updates, this is the perfect opportunity to relive Senua's journey or experience it for the first time.
Não rolou aí a Gamertag da cremosa.
Do yourself a favor. Grab a pair of headphones and immerse yourself into this world.
Agreed. Speaking of unique experiences on Game Pass, the Xbox Plays team will be taking a look at some ID at Xbox titles over the next few days, including 12 Minutes and The Big Con.
They're also talking with developers from Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5, and Destiny 2. So join the live Q&A to get your burning questions answered. You can catch all of those streams on twitch.tv/Xbox.
Speaking of Forza Horizon 5, don't forget our friends at Playground Games will give us an extended look at their monument to motoring in Mexico later on.
Fala aí, Andrei.
That includes never-before-seen areas of the game map, plus cars that have never been in the Forza franchise before. I've loved everything I've seen of Forza Horizon 5 so far, and I can't wait. Now, Kate, there's more games to check out, right?
Well, right you are, Paris. Let's talk Wasteland 3. Their newest DLC introduces us to a new cult. The Cult of the Holy Detonation.
O culto da detonação sagrada.
Holy detonation is life. Deep within Cheyenne Mountain, we've changed. Devolved into the mutations you see before you.
Que merda é essa? Olha isso, velho.
Righteous path. The holy detonation's life-giving glow should be shared with everyone. May the light of the holy detonation purify you. Join us, Rangers.
Join us, Rangers. World premiere. Olha lá.
With new patches, bug fixes, and added features, like a fine wine, Wasteland 3 just gets better with age. To really savor the game's bouquet, we're talking with inXile game director David Rogers. David, thank you for joining us.
I'm super stoked to be here. Thanks.
So in the trailer, we saw that the DLC is coming out on October 5th, but we know, In Exile, Wasteland 3, you guys have been working on this for a very long time. So can you kind of talk about that journey?
Yeah, our dev team has been working non-stop full tilt, trying to make Wasteland 3 the best version of itself it could be. Over the past year since it's released, we've added features, we've balanced, we've listened to the community,
listen to community realmente eu tenho que falar que
is the absolute best version of the game, and if you've
porque
never played it, it's an awesome time to jump in.
Eles colocaram, né, PTBR, eu vou a mimimi. Eles colocaram colocaram PTBR no jogo, eu vou adiantar aqui, porque na moral, Super Pop não dá. Muito bom, cara, muito bom, realmente, Choice Consequence. The best combat, sim, isso aí.
Just let them be creative and fun.
Creative and fun and silly, muito bom.
What would you suggest?
What would you suggest for new players? Sim, muito suggest new player. Opa!
That we've cunningly mayhem. You might notice the link, so you can probably guess the kind of activities that are involved. But
eu ia falar que eu tô com a minha camiseta aqui do Sea of Thieves, mas não estou.
She'll be able to fill you in on the details of what you need to go do to earn the ship set. So we hope everybody gets a chance to take part in this awesome time-limited event. So it starts today. And it runs through to September the 7th. So that's the time period you've got.
Olha, vai ter a parada do Borderlands, cara. Ah, que massa, véi.
I will see you on the seas.
Olha lá. Navio do Borderlands, cara. Que massa, véi. Making Mayhem. Né? Making Mayhem. Making me. What the fuck?
Hope. It's always been a dangerous world in Trumbull Valley.
Sai pra lá, desgraça.
But now.
State of Decay.
That brings us
Rapaz. O quanto de conteúdo esse jogo já tem, mano? Olha isso, mano.
Face of a growing threat. Hope is the greatest weapon we have.
Ai. Se fudeu, babaca. How will you survive? Will you survive? State of Decay tá falindo. Olha isso aí, velho. Nossa, eu lembro que eu joguei lá na época do lançamento, velho. Olha o tanto de coisa que já veio. Homem come. Olha lá, dia 1º de setembro. Homem come. Mais mapa. Eu fiz 2 mapas, realmente. Olha lá, Play the One Console. State of Decay 2, Omicome.
Everything old is new again in State of Decay 2. And we have a guest to walk us through this Undead update. Please join me in welcoming Undead Labs director.
As duas gasosas conversando.
Hello, Wonder, how are you? Hello, I'm great. It's great to be here. Talk about the Homecoming update releasing on September 1st. We are very excited to get this into players' hands.
You are indeed. So let's talk about the Homecoming update.
Let's talk about Homecoming. Yes.
Hunters. And on top of that, we are adding the game's 12th bounty pack. So that will be
muito bom, muito bom, muito bom.
Included with Xbox Game Pass. Happy Homecoming.
I love it. Thank you, Wonder, very much.
My pleasure.
Now, from Trumbull Valley to the Loja of Akria. This mystical location trades zombies
tudo bom, Talavi? Beleza?
Temples of long dead god kings and a healthy dose of hack and slash. All this awaits in Strayblade.
Strayblade. Ah, esse é o Ninja Blade que deu certo. Muito bom. Pré-alpha build. Souls-like que deu certo, ó. Eita porra. Satangões.
In Strayblade, you discover the mystical lost valley of Akria, a world which ranges from overgrown temple ruins to frozen caves and winding canyons.
Muito bom.
A game world that changes based on your
Isso aí.
victories and plenty of dudes to stab in Blade.
Toma Souls-like aí. Ah, eu gosto de Souls-like. Tó. Ah, eu gosto de Souls-like. Tó.
Epic fights and this small guy, there's clearly a lot going on here. So let's hear more from Point Blank Games about
Ah, não. Vocês vão... Ah, não.
I'm Leonard Couch, Game Director at Point Blank Games.
Tá bom.
And today
Muito
I will
bom.
show... We hope you enjoyed.
A gente enjoy demais. A gente enjoyou muito. Só vai. No fluxo.
That has you trying to defend your royal line from those that would conquer your kingdom and evil twins, apparently.
Yeah. It's coming to Xbox as an adaptation, not a direct port, meaning that the UI and controls have been refined to bring that grand strategy experience to a controller.
Not to mention bringing the grand strategy experience.
Crusader Kings 3.
We'll all be ruling from our throne rooms soon enough. Check out Crusader Kings 3 now, coming to Xbox console.
Olha lá. Para o Xbox consoles. Eita porra.
My son, we must never forget the crimes committed against us. Your father sought his glorious revenge and failed. He never understood that the greatest wars are won with weddings, not warriors. With daggers, not swords. Only the small-minded measure success across the span of a single life. The real game is played across generations. You see, real strategy requires cunning.
Crusader Kings 3
is finally
Opa.
here. Enjoy this long-awaited launch trailer for
Vamos lá.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. É hoje, hein? Libera hoje. Ó. Swag.
With psychic powers, he dives into your mind.
My name is Raz, and I'm the new intern. And today is my first day on the job.
Get ready, Rasputin.
Did you forget everything I taught you about levitation, Rasputin?
I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns.
You did what?
Can't we just...
No. Quit picking on the new kid. We were all new once, in case you forgot.
I've got eyes on the target. And I've got eyes on me.
Oxi.
All I see is another unruly peasant.
Malígula.
Oh boy.
Nossa, esse jogo vai ser uma psicodelia do cão, né, bicho?
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power.
Leave it to me.
Da hora. Da hora.
I could not be more excited for Psychonauts 2 because I gotta be honest, me and that original game, we got some beef that needs settling. If you know, you know, the meat circus level, it is infamous, it is brutal, it is difficult to say the least. It's the final level of the original game that came out, and I cannot believe I'm doing the math on this one. 16 years ago, Tim Schafer and Lizette Teatree Montgomery. I am definitely dating myself, but you all welcome from Double Fine Productions. Thank you so much for being here. Tim, can you believe it has been 16 years? I almost said 19 years.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday.
It's, of course, this can be a kind of a trippy idea if you're not familiar. Psychonauts
Time show.
still jump into people's minds. I'm assuming like the.
Meu Deus.
And there's a lot of anything goes. We can go to any location, we can have any art style, and coming up with new levels for the second game was really fun to do.
Well, I loved it from the first game, certainly. Lizette, let's talk to a little bit about how that kind of concept expresses itself in the game world.
Sticky melee enemy. You're also seeing our enabler here. He is our, it energizes our whole.
Levitate objects, he can use telekinesis and pyrokinesis. He has these powers which people might recognize from the first game, as well as 3 new powers for the second game. He has the ability to mentally connect thoughts together in
It gets introduced to the interns, and the interns quickly tell him and show him how he fits into the organization.
Bottom.
They're right down at the bottom.
Yeah, so earn his way back to the top again. He's no longer the coolest kid in summer camp. And much to his chagrin, his entire family, his entire embarrassing circus clothes wearing family comes to visit.
A vozinha lá do Dark Souls, olha lá.
New friends. And so the interns find out that he's the awkward middle child of a circus family. Each one of them has their own quirks and foibles, and some of them are even psychic. And so a lot of their story gets told in this game, including their backstory and how it relates to the foundation of the Psychonauts themselves.
Well, I like that. And of course, as you might know already, I'm sold. But you, of course, already knew that. When can myself and the rest of the world exact some beefy, meaty revenge?
You can get back to the beef and play Psychonauts 2 on August 25th on Xbox Game Pass and PC.
There it is. Lizette, Tim from Double Fine, thank you so much. And you know what? Extend a huge congratulations to everyone at Double Fine on the launch of Psychonauts 2.
Thank you so much. We're very excited.
Thank you.
And you can catch more of Tim Schafer and ask him those burning questions about the newest game in the fan favorite franchise in our Xbox Play stream tomorrow. But first, we're going from cleaning out mental cobwebs to cleaning up alien planets in this supremely satisfying 4K 60 trailer for The Gunk.
The Gunk. Vamos ver. O jogo está em desenvolvimento. Está sendo desenvolvido.
The gunk's eating everything here. This planet is literally a paradise when the gunk's gone.
É bonito o jogo, é, né? World premiere.
We have talked about so many incredible games today, and it's hard to pick a favorite, but let me just say, it is so cool that State of Decay 2 is expanding Trumbull Valley. Come on. And hey, you know what? Great job on that Flight Sim interview.
Oh, thank you. I mean, talking to Jorg is always a blast, and Flight Sim is such a special game to me because, I mean, it's literally letting me travel the world. But I was staring daggers of jealousy watching you talk to Tim and Lizette over at Double Fine.
Well, I will say this, I understand, but you got to play Psychonauts 2 already, so I don't even want to hear it.
That's true, but it's not the same as talking to the creators. Just trust me when I tell you. be excited for Psychonauts 2.
I will say this as well. I am excited to see even more of Psychonauts 2 on our Xbox Plays streams.
Yes, don't forget, Xbox Plays will recap all the week's news throughout the week at twitch.tv/Xbox. So make sure to check that out. Before Kate and I let Playground Games take the wheel, let me just say that it has been our distinct pleasure to chat games and nerd out with everyone today.
Oh, it's hands down the best part of the job, for sure.
But we're far from done here.
Too true. Now, in June, Playground Games announced that Forza Horizon 5, the highly anticipated follow-up to 2018's breakout hit open-world driving game Forza Horizon 4, arrives on November 9th on Xbox consoles, Xbox Game Pass for console, PC, and cloud, and of course, Steam.
And if you're watching our Xbox YouTube channel, switch over to our Xbox Twitch channel to see all this new exclusive content.
And that is twitch.tv/Xbox for the full vroom vroom experience. And if you're already watching on Twitch or one of the Forza channels, stay right where you are.
Without further ado, let's dive in, starting with the new custom Forza Horizon 5 controller, which is available for pre-order today, so players can have it in hand by November 9th when the standard edition of the game launches.
Ah! Bicho, eu vi isso na internet, eu não acreditei, mano. Mano. Não é Forza isso aí, cara. Isso aí é do Rage 2, esse controle. É do Dirt 5, mano. Parece que, tipo assim, acabou as peças lá no Design Lab. E eles fizeram assim, ó, vamos fazer um com um pouco de cada. E colocaram aí, ó. Ai, tem... Ai. Mano, que controle horroroso, velho. Esse controle ficou feio demais, mano. Far Cry New Dawn, bem lembrado, Mario. Mano. Ah, vai me desculpar quem gostou, cara, mas eu achei horroroso. Horroroso. Se a Xbox Brasil quiser me dar um, gosto, quero. Mas que tá feio, tá. Retiro o que disse do cabelo raspado na lateral.
Hello, everybody.
Hey everyone, hi Charlie.
Hey Charlie,
how cool is this?
That is stunning. Look at that. Well, we obviously just saw a really cool video about it, and I'll be the first to say there is an amazing influence of Mexican car culture and music literally splayed right across the front, isn't that right?
Absolutely, it just feels like it's a part of the Horizon Festival, like it's just dropped out of the game into your lap. Absolutely love it.
And there's so much we do want to show the fans, and it's been quite difficult to decide where to start. So can you maybe tell us a bit more about the game, Mike?
Sure, yeah. So Forza Horizon 5 is bringing the Horizon Festival's unique brand of fun and freedom to beautiful and vibrant Mexico. Players are going to set out across the largest, most diverse...
Vibrante ficou mesmo, né, velho? Porque essas cores aí, pela madrugada, meu filho. Olha, tá mais gritante que esse cabelo aí, ó.
But there's so much more to it, isn't there?
That's right. Even though it does have pretty awesome beaches and a number of amazing...
Gente, deixa eu fazer uma pergunta. Sou eu que não tenho estilo ou a pessoa de cabelo amarelo com vestido, saia, na canela, preto com bolinha branca e bota militar, coturno, sei lá como é que chama isso. É estilo e eu não tô sabendo.
And thanks to the Xbox Series X and S, ray tracing is
Olha esse maluco, a camiseta dele tá aqui, ó. Olha aqui, tá aqui, ó.
You'll encounter the smallest of details as you travel throughout the world, all rendered.
Sem contar que ele tá usando uma algema ali, não é? Aquilo não é nem
I cannot wait. And next up is something we know that Forza Horizon fans have definitely been waiting for.
Tatuagem de cadeia, viu, minha filha?
What exactly is that?
Yeah, that's right. We are about
O mais de boazinha. Eu não entendo de moda. Eu não entendo de moda. Realmente eu não devo entender de moda, porque, vixe Maria. O mais normalzinho ali é o carinha do meio ali, ó. Ai, meu coração. Ai! Mano, você imagina se Forza Horizon fosse da Sony? O tanto que o sonista ia gozar falando desse jogo na internet? Brambz está completamente ereto. Já vou até me ajeitar na cadeira aqui.
Yeah, so those differences are exactly why we chose them. The Mercedes-AMG 1 marks the first time a car features Formula One hybrid technology almost one-to-one from track to the street. And with the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, you know, that's primed for rugged off-roading across Mexico's vast terrain.
And I'm certain people can't wait to see more of what these cars can do in the game, so I don't think we should keep them waiting any longer. Mike, can you tell us about what we're about to see next?
Yes, so in a few moments' time...
Salve Medina! Tudo bom, meu querido?
Stream, and everybody should check that out for a big deep dive into loads of new content and features.
Quero a contate nova.
But before that, we have 8 minutes of brand new gameplay, where we're going to see both the Mercedes AMG 1 and
se ela olha pra você como o Brambz olha pro Forza Horizon 5, se case.
Horizon fashion, we are going to see active volcanoes.
E aí, Silas, beleza, mano? Alô!
All the way to the Horizon Festival. Should we check it out?
I think we should.
É nada. É nada! Ah, não! Mano! É PUBG! Nossa, drop likes hard! Nossa senhora! Ah, mano, meu cu, cara! Que... Ah, vai se lascar! Não, parei! Hey, bienvenidos! Cala a boca!
The 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, atop the towering snow-capped
Pré-LT to break. Não, é o início do jogo, mano. Switch camera. Qual carro que é? Mano, olha o tamanho do mapa, véi. Mano, não, cara, de novo, não vai ter jogo de corrida. Não vai ter jogo de corrida pra bater Forza Horizon de novo. PUBG! Nossa, meu cu, cara, o C7. Ah não, esse já é o C8 já.
So now we see the 2020 Corvette Stingray tearing up the asphalt towards a dust storm in the
wide body.
Outtrack the storm. Sigue adelante. Keep going.
Olha a imensidão do mapa, tiozão. Não olha aqui, olha lá pro fundo, olha lá pras altas berolas, lá pro fundo lá. Vai, meu do caralho! Olha a água. Nossa. Oh, isso aí vai rodar no Xbox One, velho? Vocês têm certeza mesmo? Hein? Dust Storm. Ô bicho, na moral. Mano, não, isso aí não vai rodar no Xbox One não, bicho. Outro. Virou PUBG. Cara, esse Porschinho é ícone. Ó, os quero-quero. Dá uma bica nos quero-quero. Chuta os quero-quero. Quero-quero é meu pau. Aí passa em cima dos quero-quero. Mano, olha onde tá o indutor de ar do carro, velho. Flamingo nada, quero. Eu vou ter que assistir essa apresentação em outro... Porque aqui eu tenho certeza que aqui tá cagada essa apresentação. Eu vou ter que assistir ela em outra parada. Mano. Olha pra lá, mano. Ó o driftão. Chama no freio de mão, caralho. Chama no freio de mão e trava a favela. Ó os tiros. Baixa, ó o tiro. Chama no freio de mão, corno. É Far Cry aí, essa parte é do Far Cry. Baixa a marcha também, tem que botar na subida em sexta, caralho. Que maravilha! Olha os quero. Oh. Unbelievable! Como diz o Capim, incrível! Conicedesco. Tá meio Velozes e Furiosos aí também, né? Vamos combinar aqui, né? No começo tava PUBG, agora já tá meio Fast and Furious.
And on the final leg we have the stunning Mercedes AMG1 at full speed across Mexico's sun-baked rocky coast.
Mano, tudo isso aí é a intro do jogo, mano. Olha aqui, cara. Oh. Ô tiozão, baixa uma marchazinha, né, pra não haver redução. Baixa aí. Baixa. Olha o som do Fordão. Bom, hein? Gostei. Nossa! Nossa, fechou assim? Nem voltou pros caras? Rapaz! Aí, ó, o meu dá erro do Xbox, ó. O meu dá erro. Xbox Best Trailers. Best Trailers, 10 minutos. Oficial 4K Gameplay.
Será que isso aí funciona? Budweiser, beba com moderação.
Já tá em 4K. Muito louco isso aí, né, velho? Oh, é muito louco, né? Da cutscene já cai pro jogo, mano. Sensacional, velho. Bem-vindo a México! Nossa, olha lá pro fundo, velho. Lá, ó. Olha o decidão. Eita, quebrada do caralho.
There might be a little bit of traffic ahead. Watch out for that.
Muito bom, velho.
Drop zone approaching. Lovely for a drive. Outtrack the storm. No sigue adelante. Keep going.
É capaz que vai dar problema no YouTube por causa das músicas. É, velho, não vai ter boca não, mano. Vai ter boca não, vai ser mais 200 horas jogando Forza Horizon.
Okay, on my mark. 5, 4. 4 now, that's fine. This could get a little rough. Touchdown! Not even a scratch. The jungle awaits.
Flamengo não, quero. Vou tirar a estação. Vou botar a tempestade de chuva e areia. Né? Ah, eu prefiro. Ó, isso aqui tem, né, Sam? Esse aqui tem no Dirt Rally 2.0, tem, né? Dirt Rally 2.0, o pai precisa pegar. Tu viu a visibilidade dentro da tempestade? Vi. Fudido. Eu imagino... Que maravilha! Eu imaginei que tivesse mesmo. Muito bom. Olha os quero-quero. Dá um tiro. Pronto, tá feito o frango. Highway to Horizon, Barra Califórnia. Eu não gostei dessa Mercedinha aí. Mas eu sou meio cuzão com o hipercarro. Eu não gostei da McLaren Senna também. Eu não vejo graça nesses hipercarros. A Jesco também não acho massa. Eu gosto de supercarro. Hipercarro não. Hipercarro eu acho que é demais. É que supercarro você ainda pensa, pô, se um dia eu tiver bastante dinheiro eu consigo comprar. Agora hipercarro não. Hipercarro nem se você tiver muito dinheiro você não consegue. A não ser que você compre um batido. Essa parte com essas casinhas assim, sabe o que me lembra? Ghost Recon Wildlands. Estou sendo sincero, papito. Olha o som do Ford, ó. É, bicho. Tá aí, ó. O GOT. Eis o GOT. Sabe o que o pai vai fazer agora? Temporada nova. Gente, eu vou fechar a live aqui porque eu vou subir essa live lá no canal 2, canal do Farsante. Se você tá assistindo essa live... Não segue, não curtiu o canal ainda, canal do Farsante, olha aí, canal do Farsante, na busca, vocês vão ter aí o segundo canal meu, que é só um canal só de zoeira, só de gameplay, e o outro eu vou levar a sério o negócio de notícia, a sério, né, que vocês sabem que os comentários são ácidos. Mas é isso, galera, já eu volto, beleza? Eu só vou fechar aqui, vou subir ele lá pro YouTube, daí eu retorno pra gente poder já emendar aqui a temporada. Ai, meu Deus do céu. Forza Horizon 5. Ai.